Morning.
And let's try to sneak over here. So, what's going on? What Pedro at? Oh, there's George. How many trucks we had? How many trucks so far?
First 5.
The fifth one? So you in the middle? Okay, I'm gonna trust you. I was asking, oh yeah, Pedro put those in. I was asking right here. This is a garage, this is a separator. So this here, let me show you. So that's a pump. That normally runs us probably about $800 to $1,000. And that's when you normally have sites that you can't back a truck all the way up to, or you have such a deep one. I'm a little, or it's so wide, they normally have enough extension to come here. Now, if I didn't have that wall in the back, they probably could have backed that truck up. And that's what they do. They feed the concrete in there, as you see there. And then they come in, and then it spits it out through there. So very important, we got trucks coming, so that you get a complete pour. You don't want to have big delays in between the concrete coming. You got to have enough guys working. Right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got about 8 guys working. I think they said they got here probably around 6:30. I didn't know. I think they said probably. It looked like about 3 trucks maybe. While it's still wet, they go ahead and put the, this is gonna be the support to tie down for the hurricane straps. This is where they're gonna bolt the foundation to. So they pour it, then they go ahead and put these little supports in here. But right now you see in the beams, this is 26-inch beams. You got the plumbing up underground. So right now we've had they did the underground plumbing. They've done my UFA inspection. I'll show you what a UFA is for central ground. I don't know if you see that rod where that green stick is up over there. That's for central ground. So you see the black, they make it mounds. Then this black is for moisture. And what that's doing is, when you got your foundation, you don't want moisture to come through the concrete. So that's why they go ahead and put the black tar to just kind of, that's moisture to make sure it doesn't come up. Sometimes you see people concrete turns colors, especially older houses, they don't have the proper moisture. They got the beams coming in. So this creates an interlocking grid, which gives the integrity of the foundation. I have 8 builders in my family, so just by process of learning, being on the sites, understanding from my family, then also the contractors normally educate you. Different builds require different things. So this kind of probably got about 20 years in this and different understanding, but you know, just gotta take one phase at a time. I always say the building process, this foundation process is about a month. This is a major phase. To get to the foundation when you're pouring, because first you have your form boards. You get your form board surveys. Form board survey helps keep you gotta have a minimum 5 feet off the property line, left to right. You gotta have a minimum of 5 off the back, minimum of 25. Once you got your form, then they come run your plumbing based off your plan. And then after your plumbing, then they gotta do the rebar and packing and all that stuff. So really, the building process doesn't happen. And most people would say that you want to let the concrete maybe cure for maybe 30 days. That's a growing process. Normally, concrete really cures pretty good in the first week or so. This project, I think I bought these properties and then we had to, it was a lot of lot prep that we had to do over here. Actually, from form board, I'm probably at about a month right now. And then I believe once I begin going vertical, I believe I'm gonna be about 6 or 7 months. My next step is, once I pour my concrete, I'm gonna come on and get that grade in here, get my grade in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my fence up for security. And that's kind of my next plan. See, also a day like here, today is not the most ideal day because the heat, these guys are trying to beat the heat. You want concrete to traditionally pour at about 70, 75 degrees. The problem is when you get a day like today, they're gonna have to keep adding water it's almost like a cake. It's almost, I don't know what you bake a cake at, 350, 375. So let's imagine you're baking a cake at 500. What happens is the top gets done, but the middle is loose. So at 75, it's not burning, and the whole slab itself is curing at a correct space. When you got too hot, it's curing on the top too hot. It's been over 100 degrees, everything dies. It's just something to be mindful this time of year. A lot of times when I do, I put a sprinkler on there. I'm trying to cool the top down. So a lot of times when you put that water, you're trying to cool it down. You're trying to slow the curing process down. That's when, yeah, like I say, the ideal, if everything's equal, you pour, in the fall or spring when it's 70 degrees. You can't pour whenever it's gonna go under 30, if it's gonna go under freezing, right? So I would say the ideal, we pour it at 40, 45 degrees. But if everything's equal, a 70-degree day is ideal. So they got their point of reference, the form boys give you the height that you need and those things. But yeah, this here it's good old manpower. And you see the rebar, the interlocking grids, you see the little stand. You want to make sure you have them because in theory, you want the rebar like maybe say middle of your concrete, if you will. You got different levels, but you want to have it. You don't want to have it all low, and then you got this much concrete without any rebar in it. Or this, so you see we got a lower level, upper level. This is going to be the back porch. If you can notice from that elevation to that elevation, you see a little bit of a fall, just so that has a natural. In the garage, you also see it's going to end up having a little bit of a natural fall. Yeah. Do we have the hose long enough to stretch over here? Hey, let me give you one word they say on job sites. Never step on a wood, never step on a nail. But we got a saying. If you never step on wood, you will never step on a nail. I think what happened was I was blessed to, my dad is an artist, right? And so I have beautiful visions, but I can't draw. So to me, this is my artistic expression. This part here in the framing, because I designed it, and then when it comes to life, it's something I really enjoyed. I'd had a successful career in the military for 22 years, and I could have extended it, but I wanted to do something I was passionate about. You kind of get to see stuff that comes to fruition that you put yourself into. So it's very rewarding. I enjoy it. I've been able to provide affordable housing for Dallas residents. They enjoy what I do. And so I'm blessed at this season of my life. This is where my passion is. And I'm blessed to be able to have the resources, experience to do it. A lot of people are like, why doesn't everyone do it? A lot of times you don't have I got 8 builders in my family, so I have the network. They've exposed me to resources, and it's been a blessing. Look at this guy over here. Buddy's really coming out. What's up? What's going on, boss?
Nice to meet you.
Man, you look familiar.
I don't know. You might have seen me on TV,
You look familiar.
Yeah, no, I was driving by, spoke in the area. I just asked you to say you were the builder.
I am the builder.
I need your information.
Okay. So if you wanted me to go, if you have the dirt and you look at me going, so I would tell you, just like I got a video, my wife has been expanding. Normally I only built for myself, but I'm looking to, I'm considering if people want me to build.
Right.
So we can talk, see what makes sense. Going vertical. I need to see the piece of land, see what needs to happen. Yeah. Hey, let me talk to Paige real quick. Y'all need the link. What's going on, my friend? and then there's a temporary power. So that's just a T-pole. The permanent power is gonna go over there. So I got to get all that done. But I kind of want to wait till they get through with all these trucks. You know, when you have hurricanes or tornado or high wind, what you're gonna see is the wood with bolts, and that's what's gonna secure it to the frame so that your house don't blow off. Now, a crazy thing, there's nothing you can do, but that's the thing that keeps the frame to the foundation, if you will. You'll see it. It'll make more sense once we start framing. But you got to have those every, I don't know, look like 4 feet. They're tied down. Yeah, they're getting ready to spit. Let's move over here because this thing is getting ready to spit. They're getting ready to get down. Just they got a little bit of concrete splatter on my neighbor's fence, so get it before it dries. See, this is when, let me tell you something. When we have different nationalities walking their dogs in the middle of the day, this is where the transformation. The next thing comes Whole Foods. This is, until you can show them a picture of this here, they will not get you a Whole Foods. In the middle of the day.
That's key.
Yeah. So we got on Air Jordans and Nikes, and they got on cross training. When they see, these are the video clips you need to see to get a Whole Foods.